I'm going to quickly take you through how to set up your Supervisor desktop for the agent view. Let you see all the data you need. So what you first need to do, log into Five9 as normal. You should have already noticed that Supervisor now pops up for you. It's one of your new options. You can log into your agent desktop and your Supervisor desktop at the same time. So we'll get myself first loaded up into the agent. While that's loading here, should we get this set properly? Open my dashboard and come back over and open Supervisor. Now you can have them in whichever order you want. I think it makes sense. I always like to have my most recent windows to the right. You can have them however makes sense to you. On the Supervisor login, make sure that you click None for station type. You do not need a station ID. It will work just fine without it. You're going to log in, and the very first time you log in, you will see nothing here. Now, I've already have mine loaded in, but what you need to do to get your view, to get all the settings, is take the file I've sent to you and load it. So you're going to go in the upper right-hand corner, click on your name, go to Import and Export, come over here to Select File, navigate to where you've saved this Five9 agent settings.json file, hit Open. You will then hit Accept Import, and then click again, Confirm Import. Now, the first time it might not say that, but just in case, you hit Confirm. Your dashboard should now match my dashboard. Your widgets and your alerts should all be set. It will now audibly alert you when there are calls waiting in queue. It has two separate alerts, one when there's one call waiting, a separate alert when there are two calls waiting. It will tell you all kinds of useful data. We're actually going to start over here to the right. I'll come back to this table here in a second. So you have how many agents are online, how many agents are currently on calls. That doesn't mean that they're actually in a phone call. That actually just means that they are looking at a customer. You want to look over here to see if they're actually on the call with someone or not. You've got calls waiting in queue for the agent and Spanish skill. Queue callbacks. These are people who didn't want to wait and want us to call them back for agent and Spanish skill. And then voicemails waiting for the agent and the Spanish skill. Give you a quick idea of whether you should be focusing back on Five9 or sticking with what you're up to. On the far right here, you've got total number of calls. This is something you can use to measure yourself and the rest of your team and how you're performing for the day. You will see these bars will change colors as you get closer and closer to the goal that we're looking for each person's shift. So you can see Brian's doing pretty good. He's 51% of the way there. It should be a little higher than that, but he's moving towards that goal. Once we get to 100, that is our goal for the day, to handle 100 contacts. Now, I know you handle contacts in Hatch and outside of Five9. It's on all Five9. That's our current goal. We could change that. You'll also can take a look at how the day is going for yourself and everyone. Down over here, you've got appointments set and confirmed. You can see we've booked 3 today. And let's see, Brian, Michelle, and I have each booked 1. And then over here, you've got appointments set for days later in the week. You can see there are 3, and Michelle has actually set them all. And then you have a little bit more dialed in statistics here about yourself and the other agents. This will tell you total number of calls they've handled, average time on a call, the average handle time. This is actually the before, during, and after handle time, and your idle time, how long they're sitting there without doing anything, and then how much time you spend in preview mode. So again, basic statistics here for these other tables. The one that's really going to be beneficial, I think, for us is this first table on the upper left. This is going to show you not only who is logged in, what state they are currently in, and whether they are on a call or not. So you can actually see that Michelle is not ready, but she's on a manual call right now. And she's been on that call for 1 minute and 10 seconds. She's been on in this not ready state for 2 minutes. This after call work, actually. So she appears to have wrapped up her call. This is going to be information you'll need to be able to use to see, one, is the person I'm looking at already being handled by somebody? If there's any question as to someone's maybe handling a customer, you can pop over here real quick and see if they're there. It doesn't update real time. It does update every 10 or 15 seconds. So you might have to give it a second to just catch up. But you can also then see if someone wants to be transferred to someone, and you can say, oh, they want to transfer and talk to Michelle. It actually looks like Michelle might not be available right now. She's in the middle of handling a customer. Maybe you want to handle them, but maybe not. Maybe she's just, if you saw me, not ready, but not on a call of any type, well, then I'm probably working in Hatch or working somewhere else. You could transfer that customer to me, and I should get the alert. So hopefully this gives you guys the brief rundown of what you're going to be looking at on your dashboard, how it can be helpful for you, and how to get that initial setup done. Once it's there, it can just sit in the side and you can do your regular work here in your agent desktop, and it'll just give you alerts and let you know when there are calls waiting in the queue. I can actually play those for you real quick too, just so you know what they sound like here. So that, hopefully you can hear that sound. That sound is one call waiting in the queue. And that's 2 or more calls waiting in the queue, meaning stop whatever you're doing and go help. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.